family. Father, and of the Son.
Annual grew up in.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son.
Annual grew up in Terrace. He lived there for 9 years, from 1940 until 1949. I wasn't living there then, but most of my sisters were, though. He lived at the apartment 178 and 179, and with all due respect, as Father gives the invocation, if we could please have some silence in the room, it would be appreciated. Thank you. Father, can you?
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Tonight we gather to celebrate the second Terrace neighborhood reunion. And we choose to begin by acknowledging your presence, Lord God, in our midst. You have always walked among your people in the faith of Abraham, in the burning bush of Moses, in the courage of Esther, and most powerfully in the person of Jesus, the way, the truth, and the life. You walk among us tonight, and we wish to acknowledge your presence and ask for your blessing. You have called us from many different ethnic backgrounds, different languages and cultures, races and religions, to live together in one small neighborhood, an expression of community that is found most perfectly in you, and at times most joyfully in us, when we work together for the good of all who live together, by choice, by necessity, or by your most provident design. You have done this in Terrace since 1940, and you continue to do it still today. And so tonight, all who share this meal, the black and the white, the wealthy and the poor, the old who have visions, the young who dream dreams, the violent and the meek, the suffering, the rejected, the self-righteous, the proud, we are all of us, the community of Terrace. We call upon your name tonight for you to bless the food that we are about to eat, to bless our reunion with happy hearts, reconciled spirits, and spirit-filled joy. May we who break bread together become the Holy Communion of the family of God. May we be living blessings for one another, to rejoice in our successes, to console one another in our sorrows, and to be for one another a living blessing that comes from our coming together. By the strength that comes from us tonight, may we be justice for the poor, light for the third millennium. May we share our food with the hungry, hold each other as sacred, and never bring harm to anyone whom you have called your family. Thus may we witness your love to all the world, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
For a few minutes, if I may. Again, I'd like to welcome you tonight on behalf of the reunion committee to the second Terrace annual reunion. I'd like to tell you that we have a very short program tonight as compared to the program we had several years ago. Let me again begin by introducing myself. My name is Cheryl Mazurek. My maiden name is Holleran. And on behalf of the reunion committee again, I would like to welcome you to this second reunion. It's hard to believe that it's been 10 years since our neighborhood reunion. And for those of you who had the good fortune of celebrating that event on November 3rd, 1989, we can vouch that we had a wonderful time that night. It was really quite an incredible evening, and some genius captured that night on video. The fellow who taped the video's name was Terrace. And it's our pleasure that we're able to play that video all night tonight, and I hope that many of you have been enjoying it on the screen. For those of you who don't like seeing yourself on the big screen, or who might have been captured misbehaving back in 1989, for a very small fee, Sheila and Mary Lou will have you taken out of the video. But basically, we also have the evening being captured again tonight by Mr. Chris Gouveia. He's standing right here. Chris is a student from Durfee High School from a program called Fred's TV. And basically, he'll be going to each table this evening and capturing you again for who knows, maybe we'll see you all again in 10 years at our next reunion. 5 years of fun to Sharon. Anyway, I see so many familiar and friendly faces tonight. You are for me, and I am sure that I speak for many in this room, an incredibly wonderful group of friends, acquaintances, and old neighbors whom I love to remember. Tonight, there are approximately 280 people here. Some of you lived in Harbor Terrace for a short time, a year or two, others several years, and still others of you and your families span 20, 30 to 40 years in the neighborhood. As I stand here and scan the faces of those of you here tonight, I am reminded, as I'm sure you are too, of an important chapter in my life. You spark memories of living, growing up, loving, laughing, and crying with neighbors and friends from the old neighborhood. Some of you may see one another quite often still and remain the best of friends. And others of you here tonight have not seen one another in many years. Yet I'll bet that if I ask each one of you to take a look around this room, either at your table or the table next to you, you'll spot someone who makes you recall a happy memory of your days of living in Harbor Terrace or the surrounding neighborhood. Perhaps you'll see a childhood friend that you did everything with. You may have walked to school together every day, played games or read together, or played baseball, basketball, or went to dances and movies together. You may have put each other's makeup on when preparing for a date, or borrowed one another's clothing, or perhaps you just hung out together. It may be that you see an old next-door neighbor who became your friend and confidant, someone who you had coffee with, and who by their company helped you through your child-rearing years. Or maybe you see a whole group of people whom you got together with frequently, to bowl, to dance, to play cards, or to party with. And maybe, just maybe, get into a little trouble with. Some of you may even see your first love, or remember your first kiss. It's not often that one is presented with the opportunity to get together as we have been presented with tonight, to renew and celebrate the common bond we all shared at one time or another. It truly is something special. As at the last reunion, I was elected by a rather undemocratic vote. My sister Sheila told me that I had to speak tonight whether I wanted to or not. But quite frankly, I'm honored to welcome you tonight and share a few thoughts with you about growing up in the project or having lived in that area for the years that we did. I wasn't quite sure what I would say tonight or what I would add that had not been shared at the reunion 10 years ago about growing up in the project. So I asked Sheila for some insight. She said, just say welcome to the second Harbor Terrace annual reunion. And that was all she said. And I said, well, what else can I say? And she said, well, don't worry about it. She said, I know you'll think of something. She was not very helpful, but believe it or not, she provided me with a copy of what I said at the last reunion. I read it again, and I looked over some of the other memorabilia from the last reunion, and I thought back to that evening. That night, we had a number of speakers who all touched upon the importance of neighbors and neighborhood in our lives and in our memories. And I too spoke about our neighborhood and the uniqueness of growing up in a project. And if I may, I'm going to repeat a portion of what I said that night. Living in such a community as a housing project, which is often separated from the rest of the community, is a unique experience. We had as many as 800 people living in Harbor Terrace all the time. Family.
Hi.
We're going to be giving some prizes away tonight, and I hope everybody saved the other half of their ticket. We have maybe about 9 videos of the reunion 10 years ago. Something very nice to have. It's the short version of it. The original version was 3 hours long, and this one has been cut down to 1 hour and a half. And what we did was we cut all the speaking out in this version of the video. We also have some gift certificates to various restaurants in the city. But before we give out anything, what we want to do is give our first prize away to the person who sold the most tickets here this evening. And that person,
Can you guess?
can anyone guess who it can be? The IRS has nothing on Sharon Soderstrom. Let me tell you. We really do appreciate all her hard work. And we want to give you this certificate. Enjoy. Thank you, Sharon.
Oh, we're gonna get into the girls.
Sharon, thank you very much.
Okay.
My assistant, Mary Lou, will be helping me.
Ready?
Okay. All right, first we're going to give away the videos. Okay, number 204. 204. Come on up.
It's Willette. It's one of the Willettes. I don't know which one. Is he Willette?
Here you go. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Jimmy.
Take pictures of everybody.
Okay.
About 21.
Number 21.
Wait till they come up. Hold on.
Number 21.
Jimmy's gonna take every picture of us.
Thank you very much. Enjoy it.
183.
183. 183.
Happy?
Number 31.
All right.
Okay,
Enjoy
enjoy
it.
it. Number 60. Number 60. Number 60.
Ready? It's June. All right.
Come on, June, baby. Here
you go, June.
Enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
Number 146. Number 146. Hey.
Oh, Sharon's friend.
Enjoy.
325, Sharon's friend.
Now, if anyone here has a souvenir from the last Harbor Terrace reunion from 10 years ago, any type of a souvenir at all, they will get this next video. Christine Devine. Christine brought with her her matches from 10 years ago. We have to give her a gift.
And you have them.
Okay, thank you.
Another one? No. Lisa, I said I want a video.
Fantastic.
Now where's the things?
Okay, where's the gift certificates?
Oh, here.
Okay, now we're going to give out gift certificates to restaurants.
Is that four there? I think so.
Number 325. 325.
Right there, Sandy Russell, I know the name. She hangs free. Enjoy. Okay. Thank you. 275.
Number 275. 275.
Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Test 1, 2.
Number 275. Paul, I'm glad we didn't get it at your restaurant. Number 117. 117.
Here she comes. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
This is the last one, Tony.
This is the last one, and the number is 315. 315.
Can I put that all back in here now?
Number 315.
They're up there. It's an Emmy. Terry's got it. Enjoy. Enjoy. Put in here.
Okay, I'm going to give the mic back to Cheryl.
Stick 'em in there. No. Come back under my table. Put 'em under it.
We can give them, a round of applause for their hard work. Sharon Soderstrom, could you please stand? Kathy Partridge, who helped with all the artwork and the favors at your table, she designed them. Billy Keating, Mary Lou Soderstrom, and Sheila Holleran. Thank you. I'm sure that everyone else thanks you as well. At this time, the talking is over, and I would like to first of all, we have a message from Chicago. Someone called on the phone, and his name is Bobby Sear, and he called and he said that he'd like to let you know that he was very sorry that he could not be here tonight, but his thoughts were with all of us, and he wanted us to have a good time. So thank you, Bobby Sear, for your thoughts, and we will have a good time. Party with, or who are going to help us party, The Generation. That's the band that's going to play for us tonight, and they're featuring someone that many of you know, Frankie James. Frankie James used to sing with a group called Benny King and the Royal Jesters.
That no one expected that the final result would be what we have this evening. And I think the reason for that, is attributable to the sense of bonding and the sense of roots that all of you have.
Thank you. I've got a little trivia to pass to you, but in 1937, everybody here remembers the Terrace family. And they lived in a house on Green Street, right next to the MC Durfee boiler room. Well, before the Terraces moved into that house, the Drayton family, who was a rather large family, lived there. As a matter of fact, all of you know of Mr. Fred Drayton was born in that house in 1937, across the street from where the Harbor Terrace now stands. So this is where my roots go back to for Harbor Terrace. In the 1961, 1964, I happened upon the Community Action Program in Fall River, Massachusetts. A wonderful gentleman by the name of Mr. Judd Sullivan. Judd Sullivan.
I lived in Harbor Terrace before it was Harbor Terrace. We lived on the bottom of Pine Street, and our house was perched over the railroad tracks. Mayor Rivera said to me tonight, "You didn't live below the hill." I said I couldn't live any further below the hill. The railroad would go right under our window. My father and mother came from Ireland. We lived in a two-family.
If I get to do this 8 hours a day, every day, I'm going to give Hank his chance to do this.
We've got a few presentations to make. There's a few people who have traveled quite a ways to get here, and we'd like to present them a little something. But we're going to have some plaques made up, but we figured they'd enjoy this a little bit. Now the one, excuse me a minute. One who traveled the furthest, 2,800 miles from Arizona, Bobby Santos. Come on up, Bob. If you don't want it, I'll take it home. From Chicago, Pat Dolan. Thanks for coming. From Florida, John Onions. From North Carolina, Frank McCann. From Virginia, Millie Harris. From Michigan, Ruth Peloso. From Florida, Dolly Santos. And from Maine, Yuki Santos. We met out tonight. We got one more presentation to make. Mr. Garganta researched this, took him quite a
Excuse me, is there a Helen Gleason here? Is there a Helen Gleason here?